Welcome to the Bearded Bros Show podcast. I am one half your host, Dustin. We're forever joined by
Trav as always. How's it going, guys?
Trav as always. Season 2, Episode 2
is continuing. We're not going backwards.
No,
going forward.
I would hope we're not going backwards.
That's how life
It'd be
works.
like some like Benjamin
I don't know
Button
why I
shit.
said that. Worst intro ever, guys. Welcome to the show.
I just want to point out that Trav and I call each other before we like start recording, and then Trav does a countdown, and I heard him click through my headset, like the exact same time I clicked. It really fucked me up to like record. Like it was like literally the exact same time.
Almost wanted to say grow a pair again, but I didn't. I thought of that earlier, and like how the one time I was like 3, 2, 1, grow a pair, and then I got Dustin really good because he started laughing right away.
Yes,
first few seconds into the ep.
You did. This is going to be a free flow because we don't really have anything to discuss, but there's some things I want to talk about, and then, I'm sure Trav will join in on the discussion because that's, kind of how this whole thing works.
Yeah, I got one story that happened literally like 2 hours ago, so later I'll talk about that, but yeah.
Okay, so first things first, I told Trav I want to talk about my job, right? You guys may or may not know, I work from home. I used to work for Nike, but I am now working from home. And the company I work for is like contracted through AT&T. So like I'm an AT&T. AT&T basically independently contracts me to work in a certain department that they have. All right. So basically if AT&T is having issues and their services are down for my department, like for example, their order management system is down. So like if people call me or I call people and they want service, I can't provide them service because the order management system is messed up, right? So I haven't worked since this past Saturday because I can't work if AT&T systems are down, right? So they told us Monday and Tuesday we were off, right? So they're like, okay, Wednesday, you're working 10-hour shifts, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday's optional. If you want 40 hours, work Saturday. If you don't want to, we understand that a lot of people don't want to work on the weekends. It's fine. It's an optional day. But those hours are there if you want to take them. So I get up at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, get all ready to find out that we're not working now until Friday. But they're actually paying us for the last 3 days.
That would be like the best sleep ever, just saying. You wake up at 8 in the morning, like you're prepared to work, and then you're like, oh, thank God. And then you get to just chill.
I never went back to sleep. So that's going on, which is good because that allows me to be able to record videos for my channel, which I'm actually going to be recording one after this podcast. What do you know? And it's 11:36 p.m. my time. So that's the thing.
It's, content is just that thing that's like, if you're a creator, you understand, like, it's a thing that's always in the back of your head. Even when you're just trying to chill and play a game or something, you're like, I should be making a video. And then it's like, I don't know. It just depends on how you think of it. If you think of it as like a dread, then it's like you shouldn't be doing it anyway. But there are times for that. But it's, yeah.
I'm actually really excited to make the video too, though. Like I even said it.
I'm more into the editing process. I feel like I'm way more of like, if I could somehow make editing a job, I would have to give up my channel probably, unfortunately, because it would take up all my time. But that's more so of my passion that I've really come to terms with in my head is like, I love food reviewing and I love being a part of that community, but I'm way more excited about the process instead of what I'm actually doing, if that makes sense.
Right.
It's kind of
making
weird.
that final product really is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand completely. I mean, the video that I'm recording tonight, I literally don't edit at all. I literally fucking just upload it right away, like right after it's done. Oh God. Ooh. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just not.
Ew.
I enjoy doing it, but like the file sizes are so large that it would take forever to render. And then take even longer to upload because I'd have to convert it. And it's more of a process for me to go through and it would be very basic editing anyway. I would literally put a little bit of background music and that's it. And my intro, which is, you know what I mean? Like it's not needed. So I don't even bother with it. to be honest. But like my tutorials and stuff, I edit those obviously because that's like what attract people to my channel. So, so that's a little different, but I understand completely. But I'm actually really excited to record. But today was a good day. Tristan and I have went and got a phone plan together because I mean it makes sense. So we are getting married. It's January. We get married in May, very very soon. So that's kind of crazy.
And that's weird how like some of the times we've talked about it on the podcast, it is like so long ago. Like it was like it felt like a long time. Like 2021. That's gonna be like, and that's already. Like, that's nuts. Y'all's day is already sneaking up that much.
It is. And quick, too. Like, super quick. It's kind of scary, but I'm excited for it. I think we it's kind of at the point now where, like, we just want to get it out of the way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Let's get the ceremony over. Let's just call it quits on that. Not call it quits, you know what I mean? But, like, just get it over with.
Let's call it quits.
Because what we decided, because COVID's still a thing, and if you were one of those people that thought like, oh, 2021 is going to be better right away, you're an idiot. You were wrong.
Like I feel like this is basically when it comes to COVID, you might as well just call 2021 part 2 to that.
Yeah.
What it was.
Yeah, we're in New Game Plus.
At least until the end of the year or something. Like it's going to be about the same, guys.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So what we decided is we're going to have just a simple ceremony, just close family and friends, right? We don't even need a lot of people there. Do that, and then we're actually going to put off the reception until this shit kind of subsides and more people are back to work and have money, and then people can travel, and we're going to actually put more money into the reception because that's the thing we like, that Trista really wants, you know? So
right,
that's what we're going to do for that, because it's literally going to cost us little to no money to just have a cheap reception or just have a reception, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the plan with that.
Me and Ashley, that day was literally like, it couldn't have been better timed. Because we were almost tempted to wait till 2020, and man, I'm glad we didn't. It's like, that was right before all that. It was November of 2019. It's like, that's, like, it just couldn't have been better than that. But then I think back to that day, and I'm just like, I didn't even know COVID was a thing on that day. Like, it's weird how
life
when
changed.
You think back to like you think back to a point in your life where like something didn't exist yet and it doesn't feel right.
It almost doesn't seem real.
Didn't exist yet.
Like it's hard to believe that life was like, that's how life was back then.
It was just normal.
Yeah.
We didn't have masks or anything on our wedding day. Like it's, and just right around the corner, there we are, like mandatory to wear masks at work and stuff, and it's just. Nuts.
Crazy.
Not to get on a negative subject, but
we got sidetracked
about that. I'm not moving on to that. That sounded like I was about to talk about something negative. But yeah. What else? I had a thought and then I didn't have it anymore.
We got sidetracked off the whole because of the whole marriage thing. But Tristan and I went today, and I said we got our own phone plan through AT&T, obviously, because I get a discount. She also gets a discount where she works, so we're going to just take the better of the two discounts. But I got a new phone, and I'm happy that I got a new phone, but at the same time, it's like sucks when you have to log into everything again. I got the iPhone 12. I'm an Apple person when it comes to phones. Call me what you want, but you can't call me broke. I'm just kidding. I'm in one of those moods, man. I'm like in a good mood. But yeah, Tristan and I got new
Ashley
phones,
got me into
iPhone.
Really I switched over in that way, and like it's nice because you get the whole read the message thing, and I don't know, just a lot of cool stuff.
It was so funny. It's funny you brought that up because I told Trista, I was like, turn your read receipts on. She's like, what the fuck are those? I was like, just turn them on. I showed her how to do it. I was like, turn them on so I know when you're ignoring me.
Yeah, I know. It's like, and then I don't think I have Ashley's on. Like, it just says delivered when I send her a message. But supposedly she has mine on, so it's like there are times where I kind of accidentally ghost her, and when she's at work, and it's like, oh, I don't know. We're not like the type of couple that's like, you must read and reply to every message. Sometimes you just have to understand, like,
Yeah, Tristan and I
there's
aren't like
not
that
always
either.
something to say back. Like, you can't force something to say back. I hate it when people force conversation back to me. Like, don't, like, just, if you have nothing to say about what I said, then just don't say anything. And it's like, that's just how it works. And that's, unfortunately, the world we live in with technology. It's like, there's a whole lot of not real conversations anymore.
It's like Trav and I barely talk, guys. Trav and I barely talk. Like, you may think we talk all the time. We really don't.
Like, pretty busy people too. Like,
yeah.
So it's like, or we're just, even in our relaxation modes, it's like, well, we're focusing on that.
When Trav and I do have a conversation, he sends me a bunch of voice messages on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, I know.
And I respond through text. And that's it. Like,
he just responds in text, which is fine. It's like, it's a thing that's like, I've always loved voice messages and always like calling people and stuff like that. I don't do the whole thing. Like, I know, Thomas, you're probably listening to this, but he just calls me. He just straight up, no warning. And I'm like, what do you want? You know, it's like, just, you know, it's I don't know what he's going to say. I don't know what, something about work or whatever. You know what I mean? It's literally like just, Thomas, and I'm just like,
it's like a surprise every time.
And I try to answer. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I'm right in the middle of something. And I'm just like, he knows when I'm in the middle of something, because I'll be like, I won't answer on purpose, and then I text back, "What's up?" Like, because just like he'll text at that point, and then sometimes he'll like try to call again later, and I'm just like, can't do it, man. Like, just sometimes, but it depends. Like, sometimes I'm just like, it's not the moment for a call, and then other times it is. But I do love getting on the phone with people and having like those 2-hour conversations you get lost in that just end up being about something else, about something else, about something else. It kind of can be stupid sometimes, because you're like 3 hours into the call and you're like I could have been doing something else. But it's also just, you know, I don't know. Everyone's different. I've got that whole like, I like texting, but I like to just, like, one reason I'll send voice messages to Ryan. He usually sends them back to me as well. And I'll send voice messages to Dustin, because sometimes I'm just in this mood where I'm like, I don't want to send what I'm about to say in like 300 paragraphs, so I'm just going to say it and actually just speak it out. And so, yeah, it ends up being choppy because, of course, Messenger only allows you 1 minute. So it's just like a bunch of 1 minute things you're having to take time to click on, and each one's 1 minute, and there's no fast forwarding. It's just pausing and playing, and it doesn't necessarily just go on to the next one. You gotta hit play on the next one. They need to fix that, but yeah, it depends on the moment, I guess. But then, you know, most of me and Dustin's conversation is actually what you guys hear, so it's like, there's entertainment for you. It's definitely, it's gonna be interesting when we meet up, because like, I feel like, you know, it'll be a situation where, I'm not gonna say forced to talk. Like, I'm a person that can be around other people and hardly say a word and be totally fine, and just like, as long as I'm there's some people you can be out with that you're uncomfortable around. You know that feeling when you're just like, something's awkward or whatever. Like, but I don't even know what I'm really saying, but I'm just talking out of my rear end here. But
that's the point of this podcast. But yeah, no,
it'll be interesting, because, like I was even telling Ashley today, because a good example of like how me and him are very similar is like, well, I mean, and I kind of copied him with this, but like, every time I see Dustin wear the Nike hat in a video, like, the more I saw it, the more I really loved it. I was just like, I really like that hat. And so I got one. I sent him a picture of it, I think yesterday or whenever that was.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hey, got one, you know. And because, I don't know, I need more caps. Like, I need more forward hats, and I really like them. I just don't. it's hard. It's really rare for me to be able to pull off like, but because like I'm literally basing it. I was basing it off of like we're the bearded bros. Dustin looks similar to me. Surely I'll pull it off too. It's literally what I was basing it off of, and I do really like it because it's Nike, so it's like a good brand, and that texture is phenomenal. I've never even felt
and
in a
it's
hat
so
like that
breathable
before.
too. Like my head doesn't sweat when I wear it.
And I'm gonna like wear it to work and stuff, and it's gonna be nice. I like it. Forgot what else I was gonna say about that. Oh yeah, Ashley made a joke today because she knows it was because of Dustin, and it's like she said we got to take a side by side photo of us making the same expression with the hat on. And just like I don't know, post it online or something or on our Twitter and just like get people's reactions, like just bearded bros in the works or whatever. I don't know.
The funny thing about it to me is you message me like in the middle of the fucking night and you're like, bro, I don't want to sound weird, but what hat do you have on? Because I love the way it looks. Like it has such a nice fit.
I was literally just like, is there like, I know it's Nike, but like, what do I type in to order this thing? And weirdly enough, a little while back, I tried to order it off Nike, and then I told Dustin, like, I guess they're sold out because it didn't let me buy. It didn't tell me they were sold out. It just said order transaction canceled or something. So I just waited, and then not long ago, I typed it into Amazon just to see. Because I think at that time, when I did order it from Nike, I'm pretty sure I searched on Amazon and they didn't have it or something. I don't know why. I don't know. Something changed since I last tried, because then I was able to order it off Amazon. The only thing I'm thinking is like, I feel like that's the same hat, but what if it's like a different version? Like, I don't know. It's like one of those things where I'm unsure, but I feel like it is because it looks just like it. But
I'll take pictures of mine after the podcast from the different angles and you can compare.
I know your bill is more flat and mine's more curved, but I feel like maybe
no, mine's
like
curved. Mine's really curved.
No, I know it's curved, but like, did you flatten it out more over time, or literally how it looks is how it came?
How it looks is how it came. I didn't adjust it.
Okay, well then they gave me the most like bent duck, like duck mouth, like just. Like, I don't know, it was very, very curved when I got it, and I had to kind of pull it apart a little bit. But it's hard for me to pull off forward hats, and I feel like this is, I don't know, guys. Like, let me know in the comments if any of you have sort of those thoughts where, like, I'm not saying, it's like, it's a confidence thing where you're like, you have to get used to wearing a certain thing, but it's like you want to like something and you want to wear something, and then you have to get used to it yourself. And then, of course, you have other people that have to accept that. That's not really what I'm ever worried about. What I wear is what I wear. And, like, it's... But I guess I sort of have, like, a taste of, like, what would be good and bad, Like, I'm not... I don't know. I'm not gonna go out. I'm not gonna go out and about like my dad doesn't wear this in town anyway. But when he's working or out in the yard and stuff, he's basically wearing a straw hat. Like, I would never be able to pull that off. But he does. He's an older guy, and he's got that older generation thing, farmer in him, and so it's just like it depends on who you are. But long story short, really nice hat, and let me know if you guys have anything like that where it's like it took you to like just like a leap of faith situation, because like I wasn't able to just try it on. I had to just buy it.
Right.
I mean, I could have probably went to a Nike store and did it like that, but chose not to and just ordered it. Love it though so far. So that's that's the thing.
Like you, I had a hard time wearing hats forward too because I think they looked weird, especially like the fitted like New Era hats you'd get at lids with a super flat brim. But it wasn't until I bought a fitted Pittsburgh Pirates hat that it only looked good on me forward. It did not look good on me backwards. And
I know, that's so weird how it's different.
I kept seeing people wear these Nike hats. A certain way. I kept seeing them, but my store didn't have them. So like, I just went online and I saw it and I was like, this is what I like. I look like I'm gonna like it. And I mean, I took a big leap of faith and I got it, and I wear that hat every single day. It is like, it's my go-to hat.
I almost got the gray one just to be different. I was going to be like, oh, I could get like the same one, but there was because it was like It's like very dark gray, but the logo is black. And I was like, that's pretty nice. And then I was like, they were like both right there on Amazon. I was like, which one? And then like the gray one was a little bit more for some reason. I was just like, maybe because it's more like, I don't know, like rare. I don't know. But I was like, I'll just go with the black one. But yeah, I don't know. I've had so many funny thoughts about that since I got it. Like, what if me and Thomas played disc golf and I wear it? Just like, look at me, I'm Dustin, and then try to throw.
I'll upload it to the Disc Central channel too. People think
and just pretend like I should just say I should say things like, "What's up, guys? It's Dustin," and it just totally fake it. But then people are like, "But who's this Thomas guy?" And like, what's going on? Like, I don't know.
Thomas can be Eric, but they don't look alike.
Wait, what?
Thomas can be Eric, but they don't look alike.
Not at all. Not at all. Eric's a lot taller, I believe, anyway.
Yes, Eric's very tall and slim.
Because, like, Thomas is like me and Dustin's height. And that's another thing about me and Dustin is, like, we've got to be around the same height.
How tall are you?
I'm not 100% anymore, really, but I swear I'm like 5'5", 5'6".
Okay, I'm like...
Maybe 5'6".
I'm like 5'4". 5'4",
okay.
like a little more.
I don't know. It's going to be one of those things, like, we're not going to be able to tell that, though, you know? Like, it's weird how that... Because it'd be so close that it would look like the same. Because me and Thomas might be a little bit higher than the other, but, like, it literally is, like, perfectly... I'm pretty sure, anyway. I don't know. Just glad I didn't make, like, a super tall friend or something.
Yeah, and then there's Eric.
You're like me! Like, one of those types of situations where you just like little things that you have in common with somebody, just it makes a difference.
But that's funny, though. You got the same hat. We have the same beard. I just trimmed my beard up tonight, actually.
I trimmed it the other day. I trimmed it because it was just getting, like, I think Dustin can relate, where, like, the longer it gets, it's like, I have this thing where I want to let it keep growing and go all out, but then I start to, like, really... I start to just hate it. Like, it's this weird thing where it's like, I don't hate it because it's like, oh, I'm touching it and it feels like, no, I like to have a long beard. It's just... I think maybe it's just, like, it looks thinner or something when it grows out, and it just has more opportunity to curl everywhere. I don't know, and I could tell in videos too, like, whenever I actually trim it down, it looks a lot more, like, chiseled is the word, I guess. I don't know. It's, like, it just fits my face better when it's shorter. I don't know. And I could probably have a totally different opinion if I, like, lost weight again and all that, which is coming, exercising, all that. Gonna be doing that this year. But, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that, but
we're all over
like
the
shorter beard. It's
episode.
like I want the long beard. Shorter beard looks better though, so I go with like, okay, well, it looks better, obviously. Like, at least in my own opinion.
See, the good thing is when mine grows in length, it also grows in like fullness. So mine, like, the longer it gets, it still keeps like that chiseled shape because it gets long, but it gets full.
Yeah.
But, like, I've seen some people where their beard will get to a certain point, and, like, just, like, the hair on their chin just gets longer, and it, like, looks funny.
Yeah.
But, no, my beard grows, all of it goes, like, straight down. Like, I almost got, like, a Grizzly Adams beard going right now.
It's, yeah. And, like, we just, like, have a certain kind of, like, beard hair and stuff. We're not blessed with the, like, the guys that can grow, like, these massive mustaches and all that. I wish I could do that.
My mustache is probably, like, at the best now it's ever been.
Yeah. It's just, like, I don't know. Like, there's some Irish there for sure.
I really wish I'd get more, like, on my chin. Like, I wish it would, like, connect to my soul patch. And kind of fill in that spot a little bit.
Mine's more redder, and yours is basically just, like, I don't even know what color is.
Oh, I have a ton of red in my beard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think probably in person it'll definitely be.
Oh, yeah.
If I saw it in the sunlight, because that's definitely when mine is like super glowy.
Yeah.
Is like
Yep.
sunlight and all that.
I have a lot of red and blonde in my beard, actually.
Guys, this is beard talk. I don't know how we got on it, but we're on it.
I don't even know how we even transitioned, to be completely honest with you. But that's what makes this fun. Like, we just talk, and the conversation happens. And to get off the beer talk, I firmly believe that HBO Max is the superior streaming service.
Do tell.
So, I have AT&T for my cell phone. I also am an AT&T employee. I said that. So with the plan that Trista and I got, we get HBO Max completely free. We don't get charged for it. It is completely free. And normally HBO Max is what, like $15-20 a month or something like that? It's like included with our plan, which is really nice. It's not like a promotional thing they're doing either. No, like if you get any unlimited plan through AT&T, you get HBO Max for free. So I logged into it. I logged into my mom's HBO Max the first time before Tristan and I got a plan together, like a couple days ago. And just going through the library on it, in the movies, in the TV shows, they have everything. Because AT&T bought Time Warner Media. So, like, anything that Warner Bros. Has produced is on there. Every animated Batman show that you can think of in existence and movie is on HBO Max.
Nice.
Like, I've been watching the Harley Quinn animated series, and it's nuts. Like,
yeah, I heard that's like the one where they went ahead and was like, yeah, we're going to basically make like a rated R animated. It's like raunchy and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like literally the
I think
the first...
I saw a clip of like Joker dropping an F-bomb or something. Like, that's interesting.
Like the very first episode, right in the beginning of the first episode, Harley Quinn and the Joker take over this yacht full of rich people. And the rich people are standing there before Harley comes out, and they're like, we're going to do our favorite thing today, boys. Fuck the poor. And I was like, what? And I rewinded it. I was like, did I hear that? And
but at the same time, it's so believable when Gotham is like, okay, yeah, like Gotham wouldn't be this like clean language place and stuff in real life. But it's kind of just like, oh, it's animated, but we're bringing it down to like a real groundedness.
And like Harley be like, fuck you, Mr. J. And I'm like, what the hell? I feel like I did that kind of well. I'm not gonna lie. That was weird to do. I'm like, like I'm sitting here thinking, like, did I really just do that? But the Harley's voiced by oh god, I'm gonna draw a blank on her name. The blonde girl in Big Bang Theory, the one that everybody thinks is hot. Kaylee Cuoco.
Yeah, we all know who she is just by saying Big Bang Theory.
I think she was Penny in Big Bang Theory. She voices Harley Quinn. Nice. But it's very... I really wish Mark Hamill voiced the Joker, though. Because I'd love to hear, fuck you, bats. I can't do that voice. I'll never be able to do it. But, like... it's cool, and it's done really well. Like, I really like it. It has a lot of adult humor, and it's such a nice breakaway. Because I was shocked with The Killing Joke, and I remember telling you guys that on the podcast, and Trav, that it, like, surprised me how, like, different it was. But then this, like, the Harley animated series is like, that times 10 when it comes to, like, language and sexual things, and, like, it's gory. It's crazy, but it's good. So,
but it's good.
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah, I guess because I got an HBO Max trial, I think, with Cyberpunk.
It's a whole month.
Yeah, because that's WB, of course.
Yeah.
So I thought about it because I still want to watch Wonder Woman 84, and, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I'm not in a rush to get HBO Max, but, I know there's things that are also coming that I want to watch because I'm going to be jumping right on the Snyder Cut. So,
oh, yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Tristan and I are going to take full advantage of that. The movie's dropping, so.
Are they, so basically, like, WB, like, so they just have, like, a whole, like, all the Batman movies, like, live action?
They have everything.
That's crazy.
Everything.
Well, so it's probably like, okay, you know how Disney Plus is like, that's obviously like the best thing ever because you get all these Disney movies, you get originals like Mandalorian and yada yada, and all the Star Wars projects coming. And then HBO Max is like, well, we've got you covered on everything WB. So that's probably like Harry Potter, freaking Batman stuff, animated Batman stuff, a whole lot of Batman stuff, and and probably a lot of other things that are by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the I'm on there right now on my phone. I'm going to the DC section. The Green Lantern, the animated series, Superman, Man of Tomorrow, Justice League, The Fatal Five, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, HBO Watchmen, Doom Patrol, Young Justice.
Oh yeah, HBO Watchmen. I've actually wanted to see that, so maybe I'll get it also to watch that because I heard that was doing really well.
Then there's right here, the A to Z, All Star Superman, Batman and Harley Quinn, Batman Assault on Arkham, Batman Bad Blood, Batman Begins, Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker, Batman Death in the Family, Batman Gotham by Gaslight, Batman Gotham Knight, Batman Hush. Oh, we're going through it.
Guys, count how many times we said Batman.
Oh, we're still going. Batman Mask of the Phantasm, Batman and Mr. Freeze, Sub-Zero, Batman Mystery of the Batwoman, Batman the Animated Series, Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 1, Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 2, Batman Under the Red Hood, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition, Batman vs. Robin,
nice.
Batman Year 1.
The 3-hour version is so much better.
Batman Year 1, Batwoman. What's that say? I don't even know what that is. What's that say? Beware the Batman. Birds of Prey, Constantine City of Demons the movie. The Dark Knight Rises, DC Superhero Girls Hero of the Year, DC Superhero Girls Intergalactic Games.
So I wonder if they have anything tied to Legendary.
Well, we'll see.
Because, like, I know Warner Brothers and Legendary.
DC Superhero Girls Legends of the Atlantis, The Death of Superman, Deathstroke Knights and Dragons, Doom Patrol, Freedom Fighters, The Ray, The Green Lantern movie, Green Lantern First Flight, Green Lantern the Animated Series, Harley Quinn, JLA Adventures Trapped in Time, Joker, Justice League Crisis on Two Earths, Justice League Dark, The Apocalypse War, Justice League Doom, Justice League Gods and Monsters, Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox, Justice League The New Frontier, Justice League Throne of Atlantis, Justice League vs. Teen Titans, Justice League vs. The Fatal Five, Justice League War, Batman the movie, DC Superheroes Unite.
Lustus Jeeg is what you're going to end up saying.
Lego DC Comics Superheroes The Flash, Lego DC Comics Shazam, Magic and Monsters, Lego Brain Drain, Lego Supervillain High, Lego Aquaman, Lego Justice League Attack of the Legion of Doom, Lego Justice League Cosmic Clash, Lego Justice League Gotham City Breakout, Lego Justice League Blizzard League, The Losers, Man of Steel, Necessary Evil, Supervillains of DC Comics, Shazam, Son of Batman, Stargirl, Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay, Supergirl, Superman the Movie, Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, Superman, Doomsday, Superman 2, Superman 3, Superman, The Quest for Peace, Man of Tomorrow, Red Sun, Superman Returns, Unbound, Superman vs. the Elite, Teen Titans, The Judas Contract, Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo, Titans, which is just like it looks like a live action, V for Vendetta, the HBO Watchmen, the Watchmen movie, Wonder Woman, like all of them, the old ones, 84, Wonder Woman, Bloodlines, and Young Justice. That's everything that is on HBO Max in the DC section, and more to come. In case y'all were wondering.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to start watching some stuff because I've always wanted to go back on like the OG Superman stuff because I've probably seen like only bits and pieces of the very original Superman, and everyone always talks about like, oh yeah, like, you know, for its time and stuff, like one of the best superhero movies ever made, and like, you know, just watch it and just because it's a classic. And so I really honestly still have yet to actually sit down and watch Superman the movie all the way from start to finish. So I mean, it's just one of those things like, I'll pretty much watch anything. I always have like a mental list going of movies I need to watch. Like, um, um, me and Ryan are still kind of working on because we hung out yesterday and we watched because I never finished it. And I remember me and Ryan talking about it on the podcast, just talking about old Japanese stuff and everything. And Seven Samurai is literally like 3.5 hours, and it's 1954. And it's definitely one of those movies that like furthered how films are like today. Like it really like it was just one of those stepping stones. Like Akira Kurosawa is just like, but the fact is like that's like the first movie that I'm seeing of him. And what we're gonna watch next is Ran, and it's in 1985. So I'm imagining like this samurai stuff, but in an 80s style. Like because like in Seven Samurai, it's a little cheesy because it's so old. Like whenever they hit people with swords and stuff, it doesn't really look legit. But I feel like Rand probably has the opportunity to really step it up with the whole like action sequences and I haven't seen any clip of Rand, so I could be wrong. But I already can tell. Like I saw like a little bit of it, like a little trailer or whatever, and there's color, so that's already something. It's like okay. That's there'll be some like red in there and stuff. And so
Some
exciting.
red.
There'll be some red in there. I see a lot of red. Like literally, the poster is so red. I'm just like, okay, you got me. You know, I'm excited to see this because I'm a sucker for this stuff. And yeah, I just can't wait to I don't know, just dive more into Akira Kurosawa because he's like the biggest inspiration behind Ghost of Tsushima and a lot of other stuff. So
Which I still want to play
it's
eventually.
really, really cool.
Eventually, I'll get there.
That game, like I started a new playthrough and it's in 4K and it's just literally like it is 10 times different. Like once I switched to 4K, like I played the whole first playthrough in 1080p and I'm not regretting it because I'm glad that I played because now I'm so much better at the combat. Like it feels like the whole beginning just went way smoother for me. I didn't die as often. Do what?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to my daughter. I muted my mic. Go ahead. I was listening.
But yeah, it's so good. Like it's literally like on an emotional level, on an action level, on a story level, that game is like just one of my absolute favorites probably. It's just so up there. I'm excited to experience it again because just the beauty of those graphics, and it's like one of those games that you go back on and you kind of have this thing in your head that's like I'll probably be able to play better. I don't know, it's weird. Like that's how I felt with Jedi Fallen Order. The first playthrough, like I feel like the second time was definitely like
it was so much smoother, at least for me.
it was easier because I knew what I was doing. Like it's weird how that works because the first time you play a game, you're still learning it.
I have a playthrough going on that game on New Game Plus right now. Oh boy.
Oh man, before Fallen Order 2 happens, I know they haven't even announced it. People are rumoring and thinking it's gonna like be a big announcement this year, on top of Uncharted 5, which I just actually beat today. The first one because I got the Nathan Drake collection.
So good.
$20 for 3 games on PlayStation Store.
Do you have Uncharted 4? I have all 4.
I don't have 4. I just decided like whenever I'm about to play it, I'll buy it.
See, 4 came with my PlayStation, and I bought the Uncharted collection for $20 when I bought my PlayStation as well. So I mean,
that's
4.
like the one I'm building up to, but I have played like a long time ago, like growing up. I did play 2 quite a bit on like Ryan's PS3, and like I remember that being like just so phenomenal. And a lot of people I think still say today Uncharted 2 is like their favorite or whatever, so I'm excited about it, but I'm also like hyping up 4 a lot because that's like the new one.
It's
and
so
like
good.
the graphics and like, and I have actually played some of 4, and when I did play a little bit of 4, I was like, because even with the little bit I played, I was already so immersed in the story that I was like, I cannot wait to finally play this. Like it was hard to let go.
I hope Lucas acknowledges my fart, by the way. As you were talking about Ghost of Tsushima, I literally stood up and put my ass against my mic and farted.
Well, if he keeps everything, then it's there, man.
I can't wait. It's like 36 minutes in.
Quick story before we get into recommendations. Today, me and Ashley ate at Chili's. And,
Welcome to Chili's. I think of that fucking vine. I think of that fucking vine where that kid like walks into his bathroom in his boxers. He's like, "Welcome to Chili's." You know what I'm talking about? I'll have to send it to you, but
I don't think I've seen it. But so now I'm trying not to laugh about that because it just like I'm imagining it and I don't even know what it's like, what it looks like. No.
I'm about to look it up right now.
Here we go, guys. 10 more minutes of laughter. Okay, so I usually get the bacon ranch quesadillas. That's like my go-to. Every now and then I'll mix it up. I'm obviously snacking on like chips and salsa and all that. It was just like we usually burn Chili's out a lot. We always, that's like our number one, and a local Mexican restaurant here in town are both like Chili's and that place are like absolutely phenomenal. We just got lucky because the town we're in, like I have a Chili's in my hometown and that one is just trash compared. Like it's just like this town is so amazing with food and everything. That we're lucky with that. But so I usually get bacon ranch quesadillas. Sat down and just had this moment of like, you know what, I'm gonna get something different, but maybe something not too far off different. So I saw that in the quesadillas list they had like it had like a little new thing beside it and it was brand new, so I was like, I'm gonna try this. Dude, I did not read what it said it had in it or anything. I just was like, yep, the new brisket quesadillas, let's do it. Like I just went with it. And it's so unfortunate as to what took place because I really wanted to eat that. Like I really, like it was really good. Let me just say offhand. But took my first little bite and I noticed right away. And now let me just clarify before I get into it. I can handle some heat. All right, I've eaten spicy chips. I like freaking sweet spicy chili Doritos and like I don't know, all kinds of like different hot chips and stuff. I try not to go too far with it because you know pooping fire. You just I don't know. Anyway, I try not to just make my stomach go through hot stuff. I just don't like. I don't make a habit of it. I know a lot of people eat like hot stuff every day. Thomas is one of those guys where he can handle hot stuff and just like he's like the guy that's like I don't even care about later. I'm just gonna eat this hot stuff. So, it was really good and had this like kind of sweetness to it. It's like just like it was very juicy. Like but the first few bites I noticed, it's that moment when you take your first drink of something you ate and you're like, that's got some heat to it.
yeah.
Oh man, it's really got some heat. The heat didn't stop. And after one bite, and okay, you guys can call me whatever, whatever you want.
Pussy.
But I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just
That's
kidding.
what I was thinking. But, it's one of those things where anybody to look at me in that situation, like Ashley was like worried and like I'll explain kind of what happened, but like it was not a situation where I can say like, oh yeah, I tapped out early. Like it was just like I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I've actually eaten that does have like some heat. I can handle a decent amount of heat. I can probably handle more heat in food than people probably would believe, being a guy that doesn't eat a lot of hot stuff. But this, my friends, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, was honestly, like I told Ashley after it was over, after I was like, my tongue is still dead, like it's burning. That was probably the hottest thing I've ever ate in my entire life. Like, literally, ate a whole piece. Just one. And the problem with it that made it not doable was the lingering buildup. Like, I mean, I was 2 bites in, hadn't finished the piece yet, and I'm already doing that, like, thing, and then taking a lot of drinks, and The problem of what made me stop, because I probably could have handled it and kept going, but what made me stop was I got so lightheaded. Like that, like when something's just so hot, you have to breathe a lot, and I just really, really hyperventilated really bad. And like when I felt like that I could literally probably, if I keep going, just like pass out, I just kind of saw it in my future. I was like, you're probably gonna pass out if you keep eating this. Like, and I hated doing that. I hated wasting food. But actually stopped eating entirely just to like sit across me and just make sure I'm okay. And I'm like, babe, just eat, because you're like, I gotta focus if I'm gonna eat this. And I'm one of those people, like, I can't deal with being watched eating. I just can't. But you know, so I decided after one whole bite, and I mean, like, literally, it was lingering and lingering. It wasn't just like a lingering solid heat. It was building over time, like really bad. And I immediately thought of the people on Hot Ones, like, applause to you guys. Like, this is exactly what you're kind of experiencing, is this build up of like, after maybe like the third sauce or so, because I know the first one's usually just like sriracha or whatever. But by the time they get to the last dab, they're sweating, they're dying. David Dobrik barely survived. I don't know how he didn't tap out, because he really he never eats hot stuff, and he was so nervous. Yeah, that was an experience. It may not be the hottest thing, but in recent memory, yeah. And what sucks about it, and what was really throwing me off, and I just didn't understand, is Ashley on her phone looked up, like, what is in this? And she's like, it's just jalapenos. And I'm like, how is this just jalapenos? Like, I've had jalapenos and stuff, like, my whole life. But this was something else. Like, I told her, there's got to be something else. Like, it's in, like, the barbecue sauce that's in it or something. There's a certain level of Scoville in something in this that is beyond anything I've had before.
They must have just been
really,
super
really
fresh jalapenos.
Yeah, something like that. Like, the pieces weren't, I opened up the first piece because my first bite, I was like, oh, didn't know there was heat in here at all. And I open it up and there's like little tiny jalapenos, but not like fat pieces or something. Like, I love jalapenos. There's like a flavor to that. There's like this sweetness. I kind of like the spice of a jalapeno, but I will never go with like, oh, ghost pepper, or, like, jalapenos is just like the standard. It's just like the default pepper, basically. And this was on a different level. I don't know. And the funny thing is, just like the bacon ranch quesadilla, it's in the name, like, it comes with ranch. And so, I mean, even with that first piece, dipping it, and like the ranch was cooling it off, sure. But it was this lingering, like, my tongue, like, I checked, it was tomato red. And I don't know, man. I just like, but she ended up, I could tell that the waitress, she came back over and she must have just noticed he hasn't continued this meal, because I discussed it before she came back over with Ashley, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to ask them to replace this with a bacon ranch quesadilla, and like, if they make me pay extra, I'll just do it. It's kind of just on me for not. But luckily enough, they just took it off the check and gave me a bacon ranch quesadilla, and that was a million times easier to eat because there isn't any spice. It kind of made me feel bad because I ordered that, and it's all on me. Like, I literally looked at the name of it and said, "That's what I want." Closed my menu. Just like, I didn't think to like look at the ingredients. Like, it's just one of those moments where you're a guy and you're just like, guy stupidness here. Yeah, that was an experience. It was definitely a thing. Like, it was a situation where I was like, you know what? You're putting your life on the line if you keep eating this. Like, just in a, you're putting your, like, risk of embarrassment level higher. Like, if I would freaking black out on the booth of Chili's or something, like, it really was like that feeling of, like, when, like, things start kind of spinning and, like, okay, I'm going to stop right here. But I loved the piece that I had, you know what I mean? It's like the flavor that they had, besides the spice, was amazing. It was just like, this is unfortunate. And then they took it away, and Ashley was like, dang it, I meant to try one. It's like, Because I told her, if they make us keep it and we pay for it, I'm dropping this off at Thomas's door. That was my joke. I was like, because he's going to love this. Because he's a spice guy. But I told her, even him, though, compared to me and him, like, I feel like he would eat this whole thing, but he would be struggling. Because, number one, he eats so fast. So, oh my God, if he ate that whole thing, just like, oh, and then just was done. Like, that heat would just suddenly hit all at once. Man, oh, yeah. I'm glad I didn't do it, though, because I definitely would have been pooping fire. So, hopefully what I did eat of it doesn't really affect it and just blends with the other quesadilla. So, yeah. I don't know, what's the hottest thing you ever ate?
I've had ghost pepper stuff.
I don't even know if you really like spicy food.
I do. I like spicy foods. I've had ghost pepper stuff.
Yeah. I just stay away from it. Like, there's no way. Like, I was trying to find out through Ashley because she was Googling. I was like, does that say what Scoville that is? Because I'd really like to know. Because, like, I want to be able to prove how hot this is. Like, it's hard to explain because it always depends on the person. How much can they handle? But this was past my limit. Like, I can handle hot stuff, but this was, like, just, like, because it kept building. So I imagined how many times it would have to build. Like, I was like, okay, it's already built to way too far after one piece. If I keep going, that's just stacking another level of, like, dying. Of pure death. Yeah, so guys, in a way, if you don't like spicy stuff, I don't recommend the... That would have been a funny video, though. I kind of wish, like, if I would have been reviewing that or something... it would have been great.
That would have been great.
Been a whole yep, can't finish it, guys, and I won't. In my own home, I'd feel a little bit better about passing out. But in public, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. But you got a recommendation?
Yeah, I love hot stuff though. But, before I get into mine, see, if I eat something hot, it's only with Chipotle. Like, if I get the hot salsa in my Chipotle burrito, my stomach and my asshole fight each other for 6 days. It's just, it sucks. But I can eat other hot stuff. Like, I put sriracha in my ramen noodles. So, I don't know. It's weird. Recommendation. My recommendation is download HBO Max. Start a free trial. I think you guys get like 3 days free or something like that. Or if you have Cyberpunk, you get a month free. Try it out. I'm telling you, look on there. I promise you that streaming service is worth every bit of whatever they charge monthly. Or if you have AT&T unlimited plans, look into it. You could have it for free. So,
and I'm going to further a recommendation that has actually occurred on this podcast before. Our buddy over there, Blu-ray Angel, shout out to him. Such a genuine soul. He recommended, whenever he was a guest on the podcast, spoilers if you haven't watched that episode, but he recommended the movie Rush. And I've never actually, it took me a long time. It was always, I never even wrote it down. It was just a lingering, trying to remember to watch that. And then I never did. And, last night, I randomly came to mind. I was kind of I was kind of winding down for bed and was like, I wouldn't mind putting on a movie right now of something maybe I haven't seen. So I rented it on YouTube because YouTube's getting a lot better about, and that's how we watch Seven Samurai. It's getting a lot better about the HD, you can do $3.99 for an HD rental for 2 days or whatever. I'm just this is better than me going out and trying to find this thing and also ordering a movie off Amazon that I may not like. I'm just I'm on that level of I really rather have seen the movie and really loved the movie before I buy it. But I know at this point I'm I would love to buy this because Chris Hemsworth playing this guy, it's based on a real event. I forgot what kind of racetrack it is. It's it's not American, I don't think, at all, unless I'm wrong. It's those cars that's you just sit in the little one seat and you have no cover over the car. I don't know. I forgot what you call those. But, yeah, that movie is definitely something else. It's something special. Directed by Ron Howard. I just, when Angel recommended it, I literally, like, I never heard of it before. It was one of those things. Like, it's a 2013 movie, which whenever I heard of it and looked at the poster, I'm like, that looks older than it actually is, but it's actually just 2013. And that guy that plays Zemo on Captain America Civil War, and he's kind of like in the rest of the movies a little bit. That guy, don't know his name off the top of my head, but he plays the other guy, and they have like a rival with each other, where they've been racing for years, and they hate each other's guts and everything. They give each other crap, and like but they're two totally different people. Like, you really see their personalities kind of like clashing and stuff throughout the movie, and each one go through certain turmoils in their life, and it's actually a really good movie. I would love to watch it again and get it on Blu-ray. So, highly recommend it, guys. If you guys want to watch, like, it's if you're not into racing type stuff, it's gonna be one of those movies. Like, until you start watching it, you won't be into the idea of it. But just give it a chance. Literally, just type in Rush movie, and you can rent it on YouTube for $4. Like, or buy it for like 15 on YouTube. I actually own a couple of YouTube movies, but I've never bought one that's like, oh, $20. Like, I always, if I want to watch something I've never seen, I'm just gonna rent it. Because YouTube is actually getting better with that. They have more options on the movie rentals. So, really good film, and I also recommend it to Dusty if he ever gets a chance. But Chris Hemsworth, so I mean, like, there's already someone I didn't even know. Like, when I typed in Rush after hearing, I didn't even remember that Angel said Chris Hemsworth is in it. I don't even remember if he did, but like, I didn't know who was going to be in it. I knew nothing about it. It was just a nice movie to just put on that, and I didn't finish it last night, and then I finished it today, and I was just like, wow, this is great. Like, it's just one of those movies, like, I tweeted to Angel about it. I'm like, quote unquote, how did I miss this? Like, it just, like, I didn't even know it existed until he talked about it. And right beside it on YouTube, Ford v Ferrari is suggested, and I still got to watch that. Because that's okay,
that's on HBO Max.
That's a way for me to watch it in even better quality than YouTube gives. Yeah, that's I think Matt Damon and is it Matt Damon? I know Christian Bale's in it, right? I don't know. But yeah, guys, check out Rush, and if there's any great movies you guys think that we would enjoy, recommend them back, or shows, whatever. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, like us on YouTube, and do all the, social media jazz. Dustin, is there anything you want to say before we head out?
No? I think we're all good here.
We're all good here, sir. But yeah, you guys have a good one. We'll talk to you next time.
See ya.